Last week in a courtroom in Arizona, a dead man, 37-year-old Chris Pelkey, confronted his killer in a murder sentencing impact statement. And if you don't believe me, take a look.
To Gabriel Horcasitas, the man who shot me. It is a shame we encountered each other that day in those circumstances. In another life, we probably could have been friends. I believe in forgiveness and in God who forgives. I always have, and I still do.
Now, here's the catch. That was actually AI. Pelkey was killed in a road rage incident in 2021. His sister, Stacey Wales, came up with the idea to create the AI video of her dead brother after prosecutors told her to bring him back to life at sentencing. But is allowing AI in a courtroom taking us down a very slippery slope? Joining me now is the victim's sister, Stacey Wales, and also former Judge Jeffrey Swartz. I appreciate you both being with us. Stacey, I'm so sorry for what happened to your brother. I watched the whole video. It was very, very touching to watch it, and I can't imagine what it was like to be in that courtroom. How did this come about?
I'd been writing my own victim's impact statement for 2 years since the first trial. After our retrial was rescheduled in March of 2025, we were then told that sentencing would be within 30 days of that. I tried writing my own impact statement from the information that I'd been collecting about my thoughts for 2 years, and when it came time to it, I couldn't get out what I wanted to say. It didn't sound genuine, it didn't sound kind, it didn't sound like anything Chris would say. And I couldn't help but thinking, he doesn't get a voice in this. Nobody knows what he thinks about this. He's the ultimate victim. So I turned to my husband, who has a background in AI, and I said, I know you've made avatars for other clients. Can you make one of my brother? And he says, Stacey, this won't work. If you don't know exactly what he'll say, I can't write that for you, and I won't give that to AI. And I said, I know exactly what he would say. I've been trying to write my own impact statement for 2 years, but I wrote his in 5 minutes, the good old-fashioned way with pen and paper. But I'd like to make an impact on this judge, and I'd like to humanize him. So can you do that? And he went off and used some tools with a friend of ours, and what the result is what was played before the judge.
Yeah, and again, just watching it, Stacey, it clearly had an impact. It was very, very well done and emotional. But Judge, I'm curious, from a legal perspective, what do you make of this? And is there any cause for concern?
There is cause for concern, because this could happen if this is admitted even as a victim impact statement. Are we now going to start having people project what they believe someone else would say, what they think someone else would say, create an AI and have it come out as if those are that person's words? That could affect the Sixth Amendment right of confrontation. I know, and I feel badly for Ms. Wales. Obviously, I'm sorry that this happened to her brother. But the fact of the matter is that the way she sees her brother may not be the way others see her brother. And presenting her brother in the light that she finds to be most favorable to him because she loves him and that's the way she sees him, does not mean that everybody else saw him that way. And it doesn't mean that that would have been what he had to say, even if she believes that that is what he would have said. So I have some problems with that. I think as a judge, I more likely than not would not have permitted this video. I don't think it's the person speaking themselves. His appearance apparently had been altered from what he looked like at the time that the event took place. There were other enhancements made. It's different than a victim who comes in and said, this person did this to me and this is what I want to say.
Stacey, was there any concern from the judge or prosecutor? Like, did you have to ask for permission to do this?
No. In the Victims' Bill of Rights in the Constitution of Arizona, we are authorized and permitted to say what we would like in any medium that we would like. There is no legal restriction to that.
Well, again, I appreciate you coming on. I'm sorry for what happened to your brother. It's a tragic case, and people should go watch the video in full because it really is touching. It's interesting to think about legally whether it's appropriate. Stacey Wales, thank you for coming on. Judge Jeffrey Swartz, appreciate it very much.
Have a great night, Brian.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.